Welcome to Fayetteville, Arkansas, a place where legends have long stood for excellence. Names like Broyles, Bolts, McFadden, Jones, and Johnson. And when they call the Hogs, it is a rite of passage. We've got a sensational matchup for you. Fans have been filing in and getting ready for this game, as we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Arkansas State Red Wolves, taking on a team from the SEC, the Arkansas Razorbacks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Razorbacks will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. So the Arkansas State Red Wolves offense will have the football first. And what a performance this guy turned in last week. Spectacular in every aspect of the game, Jesse.
Well, I know one thing for sure. The quarterback is going to be looking his way early in this one. And when you have a game like he did last time, your quarterback, you all of a sudden move up in priority in the pecking order with a guy throwing.
He can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. Great place to start for this offense. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
You see the offense trying to dial up the quick game there with the RPO, and I like the idea of trying to get playmakers this space out in the right flat of the field, see what can happen, but you need a more accurate throw.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective.
Touchdown, Razorbacks! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. And the Hogs have put up the first touchdown of the game, and whoop-pig.
Woo-pig going nuts in the stands. Great fan base. They get excited, and you get out to the lead early, putting that score on the board, they are going nuts.
Guys, we'll see if this Red Wolves offense can get moving. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking for a man. It's Rayner. Pressure coming. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. And that third down pass had some serious juice, but they couldn't hook up. The Red Wolves will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Wide open downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the ground with the back. They stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Pulls it in. It's Hill. And they pick up just a few on that completion. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. The Razorbacks are rolling down the field. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. They're setting up the screen. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Plays like that, but just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use the great timing with this call, right? Like, aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
These QBs nowadays are harder than ever to get to the ground. They're so quick, they're so fast, some of them big and strong, and they just make guys miss and keep plays alive, and they make you cover for so long. Great job by the secondary, but how about the pursuit? Reckless pursuit just kept going.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
In that second down play, the defense, I think, was expecting pass. So you saw them come firing upfield. They use their speed. They use their athleticism. They win the one-on-ones, and they get a big-time sack.
And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack. And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. This one will be a 45-yard attempt, and he'll kick it from the left side. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Texas Tech was all gas and no brakes in one of the more convincing wins we'll see this week. The type of performance Graham Harrell and Michael Crabtree used to deliver.
Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The drive continues after that fumble scare sent the offensive coordinator's blood pressure into orbit. It is sucked out. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Oh, and it's a hit like that that will absolutely light up the sideline, light up the stadium, change the momentum, and help you win a football game, because that hit is what caused that fumble.
Here's the handoff. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Looking downfield, it's Green. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35.
I personally love aggressive defense. I love it. Bringing the strong safety down, blitzing that sucker in there to get the quarterback. Boom. Get that guy on the ground. Nice aggressive play call by the defense.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. And the Razorbacks line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. Arkansas State has it ready to go to work on offense. They've spotted them a 10-0 start. Now to see if they can answer on this drive. Got him downfield. Goes out of bounds at the 25, and that's the way to get it out of your own end.
Quarterback and receiver on the same page there on the crow route. Nice job by the receiver finding the soft spot and zone and just settling down, making that throw a whole bunch easier.
He's got an open man. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. And the Red Wolves are in the hurry-up.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
And now on second down for this offense. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll go to work in the air on second down. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
The Red Wolves pounded the rock to move the station on first down.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
To the air, it's Rayner. Here comes the heat. Got the quick pass. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? We reach the brink. Arkansas has the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Now, the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. They'll move the tight end. To the air on second down. Here's the pressure. Got a man. It's Cross. Oh, he's got some space. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example.
And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. After that disastrous first down, they're way back on second and goal. Wants to go up top. He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
It's hard in this area throwing over this big defensive line. They've got long arms. You saw it right there, knocking that ball down on second down.
Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Couldn't find anybody open, just threw it away, and that's a smart move. We want to avoid the turnover, especially in the red zone. It'll be fourth down. And the kicker delivers the 3-ball to finish off the drive. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And Arkansas ready to send out defense. Didn't get anything done. 3 in their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air, it's Green. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Oh, out of space. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. The give from the gun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Man, how fast did they get in there and make that tackle for a loss? If you blinked, you missed it. Nice job by the defense, getting penetration, everybody up near the line of scrimmage, shooting the gaps quick, getting in the backfield, getting the guy in front.
Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. The Razorbacks come to the line with a new set of downs. Hand off from the shotgun. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Quick screen to the speedster out wide. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man on the right. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. Use the play fake, now to throw. A strike downfield. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. On the ground, it's Russell. Shows him the stiff arm. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. And the Razorbacks with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to throw, it's Green. Working the middle, it's complete. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw in the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Fires to the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
You know, as a defensive back, you want to force the quarterback to make plays way outside, towards the sideline. That's a long throw. It requires a lot of arm strength and a lot of touch at the same time. Great job forcing the play out wide, making the big interception.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And I'm kind of surprised by this performance, man. The QB last week, you could tell that he was in rhythm. He was good timing. You could tell the chemistry with the receivers were good. And today, everything just looks off. And it looks hard. It looks difficult. They got to find a way to get back in the rhythm they were in last week.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Blasted as he lets it go. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row. And the Red Wolves will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. For this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
Running back searching for a hole.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
When you run your slant route and it's against man-to-man, one thing you know you're going to get is hit. When that wide receiver catches the football, slants don't open up wide open. Linebackers are going to be there, safeties are going to be there, so you got to be able to take that hit and hold on to that football.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
Back to throw, it's Green. Unloads to the wideout. He makes the catch. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. The Razorbacks with the 1st and 10. Pulls and throws off the RPO. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Motion from the back. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Arkansas!
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a two-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Going right to work up top. Hit as he throws. With the catch, it's Rucker. They get him down at the 36. It will be a first down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Looking downfield on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Harrell.
Really nice job on that play. Quarterback and receiver being on the same page. Quarterback not telegraphing the throw, and the receiver does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense, just settling down, giving his quarterback a nice target to throw to.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Back to pass. It's Rayner. Looking down the middle. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling an intriguing one so far in Fayetteville. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Razorback Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Red Wolves will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the third. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking to throw. It's Green. He's got him. Terrific job getting to him. There was nowhere to go.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. And the Razorbacks will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Just needs a crack to get a return. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. First play of the drive comes from the 38. Send the tight end in motion. He'll ride his man on the option. He'll toss it. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. On the ground, it's Cross. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion not to mention multiple scores. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48. And the Red Wolves come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll switch it up here and look to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. They're dealing with a second and long. Back to pass. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Well, nice job by the defense. They're playing with a big lead. They know the offense has to throw it, and they are inviting throws over the middle of the field, knowing they could break on these passes and maybe pick one off. Offense lucky that wasn't a turnover.
With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. That's caught. It's Rucker. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Give to the running back. This has been happening all night. They stubbornly keep giving him the ball, and the defense is all over him. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Hey, I'll tell you what, that slot receiver, he may not be the biggest receiver in the world, but he is shifty, and he runs really good routes. You saw it on that play.
On the move, it's Green. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. The Razorbacks send out the punt unit. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. Arkansas State ready to go back to work on offense. These guys really need to get something going on this drive. They are still well within striking distance, but they have very little to show for their possession so far. Looking downfield, it's Rayner. Makes the catch, it's Rucker. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag.
Hold offense.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one.
On the double. Green 25.
Quick pass on the fly motion. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to fire. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Can't rest on your laurels as a quarterback. We know how much success he had last game when he completed over 70% of his throws. This game, though, he's just a little bit off. At times he looks like he's pressing. He hasn't been overly accurate. That's the reason why he's completing somewhere around 50% of his passes.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. They're a couple of yards short of the first down, but the offense will stay out there on 4th down. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. Complete downfield. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Now on 2nd down. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Just a short pass to the tight end. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too. Understanding the situation. It's third down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the first down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up fourth down.
And I've never met an offensive player who said, no, we don't want to go for it on 4th and 1. 4th and 1 is a great situation for the offense. You got to get 1 yard. You practice it all the time. You got to be physical. Go out and get it. They did a good job going out and getting that 1 yard.
Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line, edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score. This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move, it's 1st and 10. Tight end now in motion. To the air, it's Rayner. Bringing the heat. Slings it downfield. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas State.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
He's in open space downfield. It's a running room. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Razorbacks! Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
If you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out, because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
He makes the fair catch deep in his own end, and I get the criticism, but man, he probably wanted to at least save a few yards of field position. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Flushed out of the pocket. Takes a hit as he fires. That's caught. It's Burris. Tackled there by the defense.
Man, it's nice having a QB that is going to hang in there. You can tell, hanging in there, he knows he's going to get hit, right? If I'm going to get hit, I might as well make a completion. Great job hanging in there, throwing the football on target and getting the completion.
The Red Wolves will move the sticks with the first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Off the play fake on first down. Fires deep on the run. Just led him a little too far across the sidelines. Couldn't make the catch in bounds. It's incomplete.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
Fires to the wideout. And the pass falls incomplete, and we've played 3. That's the end of the quarter, and Arkansas has the lead. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. After swapping into the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
And they can't make the connection on 4th down, and they'll turn it over. This offense has it with really good field position. Motion from the wide receiver. Back to throw, it's Green. Get it out to the supersonic guy. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on second down. Wants to go up top. Sets up the screen. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Here on third down. They'll send the back in motion. On third and long, he has to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. And if they can make this and turn it into a 3-score game, they'll have this one all but locked up. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Colorado found a way to rescue victory from the jaws of defeat. A prime example of just how strong this program is. All about stacking wins there in Boulder.
The sure hands, it's Cross.
All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Hey, Kevin Connors, keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Back to pass on second down. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And that's kind of how their day's gone, right? Like they haven't protected their guy up front, and that's why they haven't been explosive and scored a bunch of points, man. Position number one for every offense. Like, if we're going to throw, we got to protect him.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passion, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Kept it on the ground on first down, now back to the line. Scanning the field, it's Green. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. He'll be brought down, but he was trying with everything he had to turn that disaster into a first down and came up a little short. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Takes the handoff. It's Hill. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And the Razorbacks will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's going to take off.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate. And you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Dances away from the pressure, going to his left. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback and this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able.
He's got it in more than enough for a first down. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down.
Hold on.
That one hurts. They thought they'd move the chains on fourth down. Instead, they back up. And the Red Wolves will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. They go to the ground. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Off play action on first down. Hauls it in. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. So now it's 2nd and long. They'll move the tight end. The play action fake. Unloads to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Blake. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Hands it off. Knocked down at the 29 after a pickup of 4.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And this field goal team has been busy. This kicker comes out for the 3rd time tonight. What a disappointment. No good. So, guys, a missed opportunity to expand the lead, but still a 17-point cushion. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Back to throw. It's Rayner. Makes the grab. It's Rucker.
I know a lot of people don't like to prevent yourself from winning, but when I'm up by 3 scores in the 4th quarter, I am not giving up a single big play. I'm letting you check it down, throw it in front of me. I'm going to tackle you. I'm going to let that clock tick because I am up and that clock is running out.
The Red Wolves want to pick up the tempo.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. They'll send the tight end in motion. Shoots it to the left. Hauls it in. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup. He wants to throw it again. Under fire. Clock stops and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. The first down sack pushes the ball back for this long 2nd down. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the 4th quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
And the Red Wolves need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on 3rd down. A little screen to the running back. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Oh, they're after him. Catch in the middle. It's Rucker. He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down. Tight end now in motion. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Gets away from one, finds some space. Wide open spaces. Touchdown, Arkansas! the punishment has been extended.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. He calls for the fair catch and makes it deep in his own end, and he might have been better off seeing if that ball would just trickle into the end zone. Looking to throw, it's Rayner. Grabbed over the middle, it's Cross.
I think in this situation, 2 minutes, trailing late, I think you got to be throwing to the sticks every time. I don't know if these short completions are going to get it done. You're just not going to have enough time to get down the field. So from a play calling standpoint, I think you want to think about being a little bit more aggressive.
The Red Wolves line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Needs it to keep this drive alive. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. And the Red Wolves in the hurry up. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Moving away from pressure. He's got the tight end. Bounced off his feet. Offense will use a timeout. 19 seconds left in the game. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. You're going to hear guys after this game say, got to work harder, got to be more intense. You know, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets. And it seemed to me that's what happened out there today.
Yeah, it just never really got into a rhythm for this team. There's no doubt they've got a lot of very talented players on both sides of the ball. So, David, I don't think this is a situation where they need to now freak out and try to reinvent things on either side of the football. Just being in better rhythm early and trying to find that in their next game, I think, would go a long way.
Yeah, and it's just finding a couple of those plays. What do I do really, really well? Let's continue to build on that. Let's take away these negative plays. Let's take away these turnovers. How do we create more turnovers? I think that rhythm you're talking about, Jesse, finding those things that I do well, building on them, and doing more of them.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.